Let me tell y'all something. If matter is all that exists, then your thoughts are just chemistry. Not truth, not logic, not reasoning, just reactions. And if that's true, then even the statement, God doesn't exist, is just atoms firing, not a conclusion. So let's slow this down. The claim goes like this: the universe began unintelligent, just particles, just forces, no awareness, no purpose. Over time, the particles arranged themselves into brains, and somehow, out of that, consciousness appeared. Mind from non mind. But here's the question nobody escapes: how does something has zero awareness produce awareness? Matter has properties: mass, energy, motion, charge, but it does not have intentionality. It does not think. It does not weigh ideas. It does not recognize truth or falsehood. A rock does not almost think. Hydrogen does not almost reason. Neurons firing is electrical activity, but electricity itself does not understand what it carries. Here's the problem: if your mind is nothing more than chemical reactions determined by physics, then your beliefs are determined too. Not chosen, not reasoned, just caused. And if every thought is caused by blind physical processes, then you are not evaluating truth. You are just reacting, which means atheism is rational, is biochemical, which means Christianity is rational, which is biochemically, which means debate itself collapses. You can't say, I believe this because it's true, if your belief was never aimed at truth, only survival. And this is where it gets deeper. Natural selections favors survival, not truth. If a false belief helps you survive, evolution keeps it. So why trust your brain to tell you what's true about ultimate reality if it wasn't built for truth in the first place? Not now. Think about it. Think about it like this: your mind actually does the thinking. You can't reflect on your own thoughts. You can't question your own reasoning. You can't question or evaluate your arguments. You can imagine future that doesn't exist, right? Matter doesn't do that. And here's the punchline, right? And here's where everything starts to break down. You know your thoughts are more than chemistry because you trust them to reach truth. You expect logic to hold tomorrow the same way it holds today. You expect math to remain consistent, but consistency of logic is not a property of molecules. It's a property of rational structure. And rational structure points to a rational source. This is exactly what scripture says. Oh yeah, like this verse says, in the beginning was the word. That's John chapter 1, verse 1. The word in Greek is logos. Logos means reasoning, order, rational principle. It's saying reality is grounded in mind before matter. And then Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, right? Let's pull that up real quick. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Right? It's this also describes like the creation of humanity on the sixth day. So, which means your capacity for reasoning is not an accident, it's a reflection. So now here where everything starts to get more balanced. If mind come from your mindless matter, then thoughts is chemical. If thought is chemical, it's determined. If it's determined, it's not aimed at truth. If it's not aimed at truth, you can't trust it. If you can't trust it, you can't even trust the claim that mind comes from matter. The system collapse on its own, right? But if reality begins with an eternal mind, then rationality makes sense. Truth makes sense. Logic makes sense. Morality makes sense. And your mind becomes what it feels like it is, a window into truth. So the real question isn't whether brains have chemistry, they do. The real question is whether chemistry can ever explain reasoning. And if it can't, then mind didn't come from matter. Matter came from mind. And that changes everything.